In this webinar, we'll be discussing exterior and interior stain systems, colors, application methods, and the importance of top coats. First, a reminder before you apply any primers, stains, and finish, make sure to get your borates on, and also make sure your logs are good and clean and ready for treatment. Now let's talk about the tools that you'll need. First, airless sprayer, half horsepower seems to be pretty much the standard for the industry. Go down and check with your rental shop if you want, see what they've got that falls into that range. Someplace about a quarter of a gallon per minute seems to apply an adequate quantity of stain. Also, when it comes to brushes, please don't go cheap here. It's a great time to go out and buy a good quality stain brush. What most of the contractors that we work with are using is someplace probably a 50-50 blend of polyester and natural bristle, and 4-inch seems to be pretty much the norm unless they're working with window casements, that type of thing. Tip sizes for that sprayer need to be either a 15 or 17 thousandths that delivers the correct amount of material. And when we start talking about a fan width of the sprayer, we're measuring 12 inches away from the surface, so 12 inches away from the log. If you want a 8-inch wide spray, you want to use a 417. Same with if you want a 12-inch wide spray, you get a 617, and 817 would give you a 16-inch wide fan, measured again at 12 inches away from the log surface. Do keep in mind that if you go from the 8-inch log surface up to a board and bat, let's say up on a gable end, that if you want to go ahead and change that tip size so that you get a 16-inch wide fan, you do need to adjust your spray technique so that you continue to deliver the same amount of spray, because that 17 thousandths tip will only give out the same amount of spray. It's just covering a wider area. Mixing is always the first step. Doesn't matter what kind of project you've got going so far as applying finishes. Make sure that you mix before very, very thoroughly and frequently during the using of the materials, just to make sure that none of the pigments and product within it have settled. And this is necessary for all finishes, including the top coats. Even though there's no pigment in them, they also need to be mixed thoroughly and constantly. And we'll take one from the Professional Painter's Handbook here so far as boxing stains. A good painter, anytime he gets down to about a quarter of a pail full or a quarter of a gallon jug, will go ahead and start mixing the next container with it, just back and forth, just to make sure that everything is even color-wise, and it pays off dividends in the long run. It's not necessarily required to box Prelude or the clear top coats. They don't have any pigment in them, but they do require mixing just the same. Prelude is our surface sealer and primer, and does a great job for any time you have a surface that's been abused with a media blast or a pressure washer, or sanded to the point that you have uneven wood grain showing. They would take a disproportionate amount of pigment, and as you can see, the top to bottom here, the top will absorb much more stain than the bottom. The bottom has had Prelude put on it, the top has not. So it's a great opportunity to get this nice color is what you're looking for, not the real dark color. Also benefits on rough cut siding, because there again, it's a rougher surface. It will hold more pigment, and it'll help you obtain a more even coat to this one here. Also, if you're using just clear coats on interior finishes, it's a great first coat. It does have UV boost protection in it, and UV boost protection will prevent the photo-oxidation of the lignin within the wood fibers, and prevent the picture frame effect on the interior. Keep in mind, Prelude should not be used as a final coat, or to use less stain to create a lighter coat on new or non-porous wood. UV Boost is a great additive that we came up with some years back. As you can see on the test panel, panel A has a exterior clear with UV boost added to it, and as comparing it to the B panel that has no ultraviolet protection whatsoever, there's quite a difference. Panel C has been coated with our exterior clear without UV boost, and you can see that there's damage there too, but here again it does go to show that it needs some protection, and ultraviolet boost, UV boost, does a great job for us. It's in the package that goes with Ultra One, for instance. It's just a great additional protection. Features you should be looking for so far as stain and finish systems. You want a good quality product that highlights the wood grain and the texture, something that keeps the wood looking natural over the years, and something that contains mold, mildew, and UV inhibitors as well. Also, so far as application, you're looking for something that's easy to apply and clean up, that's water resistant so far as droplets coming through it from the top, but that breathes and allows logs to dry and stabilize and is flexible, which as seasonality changes, your logs will absorb and pass moisture in and out molecularly through this finish. It does a great job of allowing that while still giving a great adhesion. Also, just for ease of application, you're looking for something that's odorless, water-based, and non-flammable. Lifeline Ultra 2 is our premium exterior stain. Latest, greatest technology built into this here a few years back. All of a sudden came some breakthroughs, and we were able to benefit from them. We have better resistance to mold, mildew, and algae due to the fact that it creates a nice, smoother coat, and of course it's harder for debris to collect on it. It is more transparent with the pigments that we've been able to build into it, and with the polymers that we've been able to use, it has the highest durability that we can create. Also, because of that nice smooth finish, we have reduced dirt pickup, easier to clean, and less cleaning required. We've also been able to offer a 5-year warranty with this so far as color fade because of the great pigments and polymers. We also have the best color retention with the 5 different UV additives, which include UV boost together. Okay, getting down to nuts and bolts here. When staining, start at the top and work down. Most professional painters you will find will start at the top and work down. In case anything does get away from you, so far as drips or runs, you can work them back into the system as you go. There are a few professionals out there that start at the bottom and work up, but most of the folks that we talk to would much rather start at the top and work down. Always complete a course of logs ending at a break point, and that's what these two gentlemen are doing. One's working with a spray gun with the sprayer, and you can see he's about a foot away, just getting a nice even coat on. And the other gentleman has the brush, and he's back brushing, making sure everything's even, well worked into the fibers of the wood. They're working from the one wall, if you will, over here, and then back across, and then they are actually covering 3 or 4 courses of logs, which you can do if you've got a team. You can move a lot faster that way.